Elon Musk is now actually likely to sell Tesla stock. Here is why. Full credit to Rob Mauer, the most polite Tesla bull and Tesla Daily YouTube channel. The Twitter deal has just closed, and now Elon Musk is going to purchase Twitter, but there is not enough funding secured so far. The total amount that has been raised is $39.4 billion, and we need $41.6 billion. Rob went for this from about 5 minutes, and if you want to save yourself a little bit of a headache, the only two numbers you need to pay attention to really are this number, 39.4 billion, and then 41.6 billion. There's a little bit of uncertainty from Elon's Tesla stock sales in terms of, is there going to be any tax on those sales? Possibly no, which would be great if that's the case. And we still need to raise about $2.2 billion. $2.2 billion, so not a crazy big amount, very doable, but it is possible that one of the reasons why the stock went down so much on Monday is because perhaps Elon Musk sold Tesla stock. Hopefully that's not the case, although in a way that would be good, because that would mean the sale already happened and we already saw and consumed all of that pain, and there's going to be no more of that. But maybe not. If it did happen, we will know very soon. But it's also a big no-no to sell before earnings. We want about 30 days of no sales from the CEO of a company, of a publicly traded company. But there could be exceptions granted when the person is facing financial pressure, which in this case, you could say there could be an exception, I think. But also, Elon, before, when we look at the deal originally, the deal had equity and now that, margin. But now, because Elon sold Tesla stock, that margin is no longer really in place. So Elon Musk could go into margin. I really don't like going into margin, and I would personally, tell Elon, margin is risky. Maybe don't do margin. And I would feel better as a Tesla stock investor as well if Elon did not use margin on his Tesla stock. I want him to keep his Tesla stock, and even in the worst case possible, if the stock tanks, I still want him to be to never lose Tesla stock, because if you play with margin, there's always a possibility you can lose the whole investment. Low possibility if you do it very carefully, but still there is that possibility. And as an all-in Tesla stock investor in my stock portfolio, I don't like that possibility that the CEO could face. Now, it is possible that Elon will need more than $2.2 billion because of potential transaction fees, and maybe something else is going to come up. So that's just for a buffer. But really, $2.2 billion is how much we need. So is that going to come from Tesla stock sale? Hopefully not. Hopefully, Elon can just raise more equity, perhaps from other investors. I would love to invest in Twitter if Elon is actually going to own Twitter. Maybe not a lot, a little bit, some. It would be same as owning SpaceX. I would love to own SpaceX if I didn't have to pay enormous fees to get into SpaceX. Like if I could just buy it, like I'm buying Tesla stock, I would love to do that. One of the biggest reasons why I also only own Tesla stock is because any other big company that you look at, if for example, Apple would want to revolutionize what they are doing and come out with an Apple robot, humanoid robot, that would be kind of risky, and the company could take quite a hit to the stock price. So if we take most big companies, investors don't like the company risking too much, doing new things too much. They don't like it. But with Tesla, this is sort of already expected that Tesla is going to do crazy new things and will try new startups, basically. We see that with energy, we see that with full self-driving, we see that now with Tesla bot, and what else will we have in the future? I mean, if you looked at the company just 5 years ago, there was no Tesla Energy. It was a whole different company at that time, Solar City. We didn't have full self-driving. I mean, it was autopilot was basically coming out at that time, and who could have really predicted that is going to be such a big driver for the stock in the future? Many people actually did, but most people missed it. So with Tesla, you're getting all those startups for free without a penalty that another big company would experience. I believe the reason why the stock went down on Monday so much is not because of AI Day. I think that basically had no impact on the stock. I think it's the deliveries and demand and concerns about demand issues. So how do you use this information that Elon Musk potentially could be selling Tesla stock again? What do you do? Well, if you are in Tesla stock for the long term, like I am, and you are not trying to time the market, I wouldn't do anything. However, if you are trying to make short-term trades, it is good to look at the CEO and basically sell when that person is selling and buy when that person is buying. You are going to be probably, and this is not financial advice, the likelihood of you making mistakes with that trade is probably going to be lower. That's what I would personally do. So that's a good indication. And one of the reasons, by the way, why I told my brother, who I made him buy Tesla stock earlier this year when it was in the 600 range before the split, so just a little bit over 200 after the split. And then in August, when the stock was up significantly, I told him, hey, look, Elon Musk is selling. He had a sale because, he wanted to have extra financing just to be extra sure, extra safe for the Twitter deal. He sold stock. If you are scared about the stock going down a lot potentially because it could happen, sell now. You got a nice return in just a few months. No shame in taking a profit here. But if you keep your stock, just be ready, because when a CEO sells, there is some risk here. Also, the deal is not fully done yet. Elon Musk has promised to buy Twitter at $54.20, but the stock closed at $52, so the market thinks that there's a chance this deal is not going to happen just yet. It's not guaranteed, so we'll see what's going to happen. Once it fully closes, then I'll make a separate video about my thoughts just about this whole deal and what happened. Now, if Elon Musk selling Tesla stock really worries you, watch this next video. Should Tesla stock investors sell their stock right now? Watch this right now and you'll see for yourself. My name is Matt Posius. I'll see you right there. Thank you so much.